Welcome back, everybody. We all know Minnesota weather can be a little wonky, and some of it is only getting more intense. A new study out of Chicago is giving us insight into the newest weather patterns. And as Jennifer Hoff finds out, it is even prompting a new tool so detailed that it can personalize your forecast right down to your neighborhood.
Such a breathtaking view is one reason Lake Michigan is so great. One of 5, making up the largest group of freshwater lakes in the world. Vital for drinking, recreation, and ecosystems that atmospheric scientist Dr. Don Webel says is under attack.
The changes in climate is one of the world's most important problems.
The University of Illinois professor is an international leader on human-made climate change, from winning a Nobel Peace Prize to working in the White House.
I think people sometimes think that climate change isn't affecting them, and so why should they worry about it? In fact, it's affecting all of us.
Data shows the average temperature here has gone up 3 degrees.
Since 1980, it's just been increasing.
That data, part of a new report the doctor released highlighting just how much that change is impacting the Great Lakes, from more heat waves to less ice cover. Webel says the urban areas will experience 200 hours above 95 degrees by 2030. That's nearly 7 times more than now, while last year had the least amount of winter ice ever.
Trying to anticipate and help people be resilient, to adapt by giving them a fair warning is really important.
This took me 3 hours to make.
That idea,
for the whole city of Chicago,
now turned into a groundbreaking tool that can customize forecasts and simulate the severity of all kinds of weather all across Illinois.
There is going to be a very heavy rainfall event coming in.
Even flooding.
People tend to get weather information, but people don't tend to get these kind of information like, okay, at real time, what is the flood going to be?
All of it coming from special computers at Chicago's Discovery Partners Institute, led by Ashish Sharma.
So I could essentially look at my house.
Yes.
And say, what is the weather going to be doing in 48 hours?
Yes.
Called Eris IQ, the early warning weather system delivers forecasts to your exact location at a level of detail never seen before, updating hourly compared to every 6, like the main models meteorologists use.
We want to create something operational that people can use it to tell what's going to happen tomorrow and day after tomorrow.
Conditions combining machine learning and real-world observations, unlike radar, essential for short-term weather detecting that, while reliable, isn't always accurate.
It can give you information today and you can use it to look at how the storms would likely move, but it's not a model. These are observations. So we are creating models which are 48 hours in advance.
The forecast so hyper-local, it predicts not only if it's raining in your city, but at a few hundred feet from where you're standing, at a resolution 2 times finer than the National Weather Service. Combined with 700 ground weather stations.
Yes, this is my space.
And a computer.
I work here.
See Chang built in a week.
And you see, the job just finished.
So high-performing, more than 500 processors are running simulations in a temperature-controlled room and 80 terabytes of storage space.
If you use Gmail, the free Gmail that you get is 15 gigabytes. And almost 1,000 gigabytes is 1 terabyte.
So that's a lot of Gmail.
Well, that's a lot of Gmails.
A lot of data trying to keep more people safe as the climate keeps changing, putting them and such beautiful views like this at risk.
We still have a lot to do, and even more so now.
Well, closer to home, that study also found more algae blooms in Lake Superior that's typically pristine. So declining whitefish populations because of invasive mussels are eliminating their food sources and the spread of ticks. As for the forecasting tool, though, it's only up and running in Illinois. Expanding it is expensive, they say, costing $1 million a year. Dr. Sharma is hopeful, though, that more stakeholders will see the value in it and start to invest. Obviously, this is just another tool, not the end-all be-all, and certainly can lag in certain areas humans usually outperform, and they tend to be less accurate for longer day forecasts. All right, on to our next story. Do you remember this one? After 4 months of work, a busy stretch in downtown St. Paul is back open. It has been a rough time for some businesses there. Folks heading to the Grand Casino Arena after that sinkhole formed along West 7th. That happened back in May. Ian Russell shows us why it was so hard to fix.
Months after it tore the road open here in St. Paul, the hole in the middle of West 7th has been fixed, and the businesses around here tell me they're just excited to have this open again in time for hockey season.
That sinkhole first opened up back in May, leading to lane closures as crews worked to repair the damage. St. Paul Public Works Director Sean Kershaw says this all started after water eroded the soil underneath the road and above the sewer, leading to the collapse into the tunnel below. Kershaw says fixing this took a while because of how tight the space is. Businesses nearby have been hoping this would be fixed soon. Anthony Gomez bartends at Patrick McGovern's and told me that he's grateful this happened in the summer and not the winter, when they'd be busy with hockey season.
I never got frustrated. I knew it's just going to take a matter of time before we'd be back. It's no problem. This place has been around long enough. It's been through worse than the sinkhole.
Water from some source did, probably $2 million worth of damage to the sewer tunnel and the road, and we had to install a new shaft over here to repair it. So it was really delicate work.
Kershaw also told me this is one of the oldest projects in the city.
Kershaw says another thing for them to work around was how old this specific portion of the city's infrastructure was. Keep in mind, the city's been around for over 100 plus years. They've issued tens of thousands of permits in that time. This specific one was number 20. In St. Paul, I'm Ian Russell, KARE 11 News.
Yeah, that was quite a story. Good to see that it is all fixed. All right, everyone, stay with us. We got more news and weather coming up.